Good morning. I've got a lot of pedals. I'm going to show you what I use for my Hendrix tones. So here's my pedal board. I'm not using this MXR EQ for boost right now. And to get my Hendrix tones, I normally use 3 different modulations. The first one is going to be this Phase 90, or the Eddie Van Halen Phase 90, which is just a phaser set at a pretty high rate. For Van Halen stuff, he usually uses it like that, but for Hendrix, you can get a good uni-vibe sound that way. Also, I use this TR7 in rotary mode. It's kind of like a uni-vibe in chorus mode where it just gives you a little sweep. And it's really cool for things like Angel or even Barracuda. A lot of people, when they play Barracuda by heart, they think it's a phase shifter or even a flanger, but it's not. It's a very slow sweeping rotary sound, and I've got a good one here. And then finally I use the chorus just to split the signal. For solos that have an octave up, I use the TC Electronics 7-Up for that high octave. And then for distortion, I use the Marshall amp distortion, and for fuzz, I'll kick on these two. The Boss DS1 for distortion, and then the compressor for sustain, and I interchange them for depending on if I need a bit more or if I need a bit more sustain on top of the sustain. And then the wah I use for, you guessed it, wah. So let's hear what this sounds like. So here we are using the Marshall 20 watt DSL and the Marshall 1 watt DSL, split in stereo, and I have a delay looped through the 20 watts. So it gives you a sort of wet dry. And the Strat is a 2003 American Stratocaster that I didn't like the treble position when I first got it, but I made some adjustments to the pickup height and played with the volume to where it's not always maxed out to get a good treble pickup sound. So for Hendrix stuff, we're gonna be in the neck position for sound. So here is a little Hendrixy sort of thing. That's just clean with not really a bunch of effects, but here is let me show you what the rotary does. This is a really cool roto sound. Nice way to start the day. So here's what it sounds like when you add a phase 90 to the mix. You get a good faked out roto sound. distortion on it. So here it is in stereo mode. Here it is when I add the TC 7 up.